Good morning. Welcome to the Frazzlog. It is December 24th. As we all know, it's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas. Have a good Chanukah. Okay, we're gonna have a good year. My friend, it's you. I'm really cold. I need something to cover my legs. I'm sitting in my bedroom in my underwear, like freezing on to death. I don't even know why. Why am I even in my underwear? I don't know. Why I'm covered up now. Yeah, what's going on, man? How you doing? We're sitting here on the brink of drive test, our road test, you wouldn't say, and I'm nervous. Fucking shit, man. Why is my body cold right now? I'm so cold. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just really nervous. I was gonna say something. What the hell was it? I don't know. There's something about being nervous. Like, there's only a couple situations that I can recall in the past, like, 5-10 years that have affected me like this. So it's hard to, like, I don't know, go back to this. Like, because, you know, when I did school, yeah, I got nervous and stuff then. But I guess this is kind of like a brief history of Frazzleberry. Like, where's Frazzleberry gone? I think this is a good one. This is like a Christmas present to you. If anybody was interested, of course. Since we are reaching a year, like we've been Frazzlogging daily for almost a year now. It's crazy. Now I haven't kept the upload schedule, obviously, of uploading every day, which that'd be hard to do. So, you know, there's that. But I have made a Frazzlog for every day, so that's something. But okay. Let's start with where I live. I live in New York. I've been here my whole life. We for the most part have lived in the same trailer park for my whole life. My dad and my mom aren't together, so you know there's that. There was a period of time which I'll get into in a minute, but pretty much for the majority of my life, I think for like 16 years, I'd say 17 or 18 years, I lived in the same trailer, which, when I say trailer, I don't mean like a tow-behind trailer, I mean like a full-on, like, 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, like, mobile home, like a big rectangle, basically, is what a trailer is. It's a pretty comfy little house, not bad, and I don't live in, like, this junky, like, redneck trailer park that is cliched as fuck, like, I'm not a stereotype. This is like yeah, there are some trashy people, but it's like, you know, what doesn't have trashy people? Obviously, rich neighborhoods aren't going to, but you're still going to have weird people. But, yeah, so I grew up in the same area for the most part of my life. I did the whole, you know, normal thing. I went to public school, did all that, you know, played outside a lot, loved video games, which in my area was, you know, people played video games, but they didn't have that passion like I did when I was growing up. Like, I was the only kid that would bring gaming magazines to school. There was a ban on handheld games when I was in school, so you couldn't bring your Game Boys in. They would take it away and give it to you at the end of the day, which would suck. Yeah, things like that. Everything was, I guess, normal until, well, first off, my emotions were always fucked up as a kid. I was always crying. I was always afraid of stuff. I had, like, I don't know, I had, like, a chronic nerve disorder, probably, where, like, my nerves, like, took the better of me. Like, there was a lot of mornings where, like, I just bailed on going to school because I was too nervous, which, it sucks thinking back on it, but there was nothing I could do about it. You know, that shit was eating me alive. Like, it was torture, basically. So, that was really bad. At the end of elementary school, a teacher made me pretty uncomfortable, and, I ended up just leaving public school altogether and homeschooled for a few years there. A couple years later, I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I stopped keeping up on studying. I didn't really do anything besides play games all day, sleep all day, play games all night. This was my schedule. Okay, this was a little ways into things. I guess it all started off originally with just the computer. I played games a lot, but this was like 2002, I'd say. I was born in 1991, by the way. So I want to say like 2002 was when I started playing a lot of online games like RuneScape and Pogo Pool and Pogo Chess and stuff like that. I would do things during the day, then I would basically just play a computer until like 4 a.m. I'd watch. It was weird because I'd watch TV a lot. I'd watch a lot of Disney Channel. I'd watch a lot of Nickelodeon. I'd watch a lot of Adult Swim. To this day, I still get depressed by. I haven't heard it in a while, but the Aqua Teen Hunger. No, not Aqua Teen. C Lab. C Lab. That show depresses me. I can't watch that show because that show sends me into depression. Same with Inuyasha, because that's all that was on Adult Swim when I would go to bed. Those were just the two songs that I would always hear the Inuyasha endings. That's like cancer to me, man. I can't watch those endings. They make me get sad. And then C Lab, that the opening or ending or something like that. Those shows just depressed me. Yeah, those were some depressing times, man. Those were some really dark fucking days. And I guess it only got worse from there, really. I basically went from that to Xbox Live every day, which was me waking up at like 3 p.m. playing Xbox Live until like 8 a.m., going to bed, doing that. My diet consisted of 2 liters of Pepsi and Mountain Dew, really cheap brands of soda that were just like 75 cents for a 2 liter. We bought those because you could obviously buy more of those cheap brands than those, which are even worse than Pepsi. It's all bad, but these were probably a lot worse anyways. But I mean, it was bad. Chips. I would eat a whole bag of chips for like a dinner. I would eat ice cream like crazy. I mean, I didn't mess around with drugs or alcohol when I was a kid, so that was good. But still, I did a lot of fucked up stuff. Things like that. And I guess from there, the 360 came out. There was a while where I'd actually go to my mom's quite a bit. But ultimately, it came down to I'd go to my dad's one week, then I'd go to my mom's for another week. I'd go back to my dad's one week. Something happened, and then I just basically stay full time at my dad's house, which didn't do much either. That kind of hurt me even more. So this was probably like 2005 to like, let's say 2009, around there. Basically, every day it was wake up, play 360, and sit on the computer all day, just doing that. Don't get me wrong, I had the time of my life. I had so much fun. Like, there's so many memories from that. But at the same time, I shorted myself on a lot of stuff. You know, like, not only just education-wise and stuff like that, but experiences. You know, I never really had that many friends. I've never had a girlfriend. I've never kissed a girl. I've never, like, hugged a girl. I've never had, I guess I have hugged a girl, but I've never, like, I don't know. I've never done anything romantic before. I've never really went to parties. Like, I've gone to birthday parties and stuff like that, but I've never gone to, like a teenage party where you, like, everyone's, like, fucking drinking and just, like, fucking around. Things like that. I skipped out on a lot of that stuff just to play Gears of War 2 clan match and stuff like that. Which, it sucks, but at the same time, it's like, did I even need that? I mean, obviously I need the female thing, but the partying, I don't think you need that too much. I think if I went to high school, there was probably going to be a lot of memories that I would look back on, 50 years from now and be just like, those were the times. But now I sit back and I'm like, dude, you fucking remember when we were playing Saints Row and we fought the #1 clan and I threw the disc across the room when we lost? Like, I think back to that stuff and I love it. Yeah. So basically, I got my GED like 2009 or somewhere around there. Hardest fucking thing of me ever. Oh my god, I was so nervous, dude. Like, you don't even know. Well, first off, I had to go to classes like twice a week, and I was pretty far behind, like math skills wise and stuff like that. And they were like busting out this math and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't get this. And then they were like, what part don't you get? I was like, I don't get this and this and that. And then they're like, okay, well, I guess we can try to explain it. So they tried to explain it to me, and I started to get it, but, I felt really stupid when I had to do all that. So, basically, the thing was, you're supposed to do these classes, these GED prep classes until the GED. I think I got into it pretty late, though, so I only had to do like 3 or 4 of them. So, I ended up going to my GED. Nervous fucking day that I can remember in a long time. I remember my diet consisted of like cheese dogs and cheeseburgers every day. So when my dad brought in like the I think I ate like 3 or 4 cheese dogs at a rip. Like, it was nuts. So like, I remember eating like one of the cheese dogs, and then I couldn't eat the rest, and it sucked because like I had zero appetite. It was like one of the first times I can recall this ever happening, where I was just like, I'm not hungry at all. Like, my stomach will not even take this into my body. And I just remember having like insane, like chronic diarrhea. Like every 5 minutes, I had to run into the bathroom, to the point where it started hurting, like physically, like it would hurt just because my body was squeezing, like, I don't know, just everything out of me. Like, there was nothing in me to come out anymore. It was really weird. Sorry if this was gross, but it's what happened. So that sucked. I failed my GED the first time. I passed everything but the math. Came back the second time, and did I pass it the second time? I can't remember if I passed it the second time or the third time. I don't know. But basically, I sucked at math. That was my main thing. And so I walked out of there with my GED. I was pretty happy. Because they don't tell you when you pass your GED. They send you a letter saying, hey, you passed your GED. Which is pretty cool. I've got a certificate somewhere around here. But that was my GED. After that, I was a little motivated. I was still a loser, playing games all the time, drinking Mountain Dew all the time, stuff like that. I still had that core group of friends that like we did everything together with online. My cousin would come over a lot. Then he started getting into his friends more, so he would stop coming over as much. Eventually, something inspired me to go get my permit. Like, this was like 2011, I think. I ended up getting my permit like beginning of the year. Just like, I don't even know, just randomly. I was just like, I'm gonna study this fucking DMV book. Like, I think deep down I knew I wanted to change. Every night, that was the only thing on my mind. Is like, I'm fucking up my life. Every day I'm fucking up my life, and I'm not doing anything about it. And nobody's saying anything. Like, shouldn't they be saying if there's something wrong? Like, so that was that. After that, I basically got my permit. I studied that little book, passed my, I think it's like 20 questions, right, for the written test of the portion. I passed that first try, luckily. Happy moments. I didn't drive at all. I mean, I drove a couple times for the first year, but nothing major. Especially not during winter. Fuck that. Why would you want to learn how to drive in winter, right? No, I fucked up big time that first year. I was like barely driving. 2012 rolls around. This to me is like a very significant year. Leading up into 2012, I was starting to become more physically active. I was getting tired of my weight being really bad. And I actually I got a scale, like I believe the last month. And I was just like, alright, what is my weight? I can't be that much. Maybe, like 300 pounds. Maybe late 200s. I weighed 360 pounds. That's a lot of fucking weight. And I was disgusted. So I was just like, okay. I went to the dentist and I was like, yeah, I quit soda. Like, I was scared of soda because I knew what it was doing to my body, but he was also like, it's not good for your teeth at all. It's going to make you rot your teeth out instantly. So my friend also told me there's grandma overdosed on soda, which I don't know if that's possible or not, but I don't think it's possible. I think she just drank soda a lot and died from it. Just natural causes, but still, though. I was scared of soda. I quit soda cold turkey, no problem. I did that. I drank a lot of Ovaltine, and then I just worked my way into water, and now I love water like crazy. What else? 2012 is when, like, January is when I just started walking every day. I started expanding my walking route. I started walking, like, an hour a day, 2 hours a day. I would eat less. I used to eat 2 sandwiches. I would eat 2 bagels. I would eat, like, I did things in twos. I couldn't eat things without having 2 things. If I ate something, I would have to have chips with it or some sort of snack with it. And then eventually I was just like, okay, 1 sandwich a day, 1 bowl of cereal a day, maybe 1 bowl of ice cream a day. I basically just portioned out my things, like 1 of everything a day. And I started using this website called, I don't remember the website name now. It's been 6 months since I've used it. It's some calorie counting website. It worked really good. Basically started off at like 2,500 calories I wasn't allowed to exceed. So I started, every time you lose pounds, it takes that down a little bit and a little bit. So you get to the point where you're eating 1,500 calories a day, and you're also walking every day. You're seeing pretty good weight loss, and I liked it. So I started getting more and more and more into it. I liked it. So July rolls around, and I'm still feeling pretty confident. My mom, I believe she's like, hey, this grocery store is hiring right now. You want me fill out an application and put it in for you? And I was like, yeah, sure. So she has me sign that and all that, and then we take it in. I get a call back. You gotta remember, I'm still nervous as fuck, socially awkward as hell. I'm fucked up as a person, but I'm disgusted at myself, and this is my year of change. So I was like, yeah, sure. When's this interview? Oh yeah, come on in tomorrow. So I come in. I'm dressed like a fucking weirdo. I've got it's July, pure summer, 90 degrees, 100 degrees out. I'm wearing sweatpants, I've got this huge sweatshirt on. I've got my hair was so fucked up. My hair was just hasn't been cut in 5 years. It was so curly. It was long. It was fucked up looking. I went in there, really attractive woman's hey, how you doing? Let's do this interview. And then this guy that I've known since I was a kid, this guy who was the manager at this other grocery store, he was there. My dad's always talked. Every time we went to the grocery store, my dad would always talk to this guy, and he was just oh, hey Ryan, how you doing? And then I did an interview with both of them, which was pretty awesome because that guy put me at ease a little bit. And I mean, it was a pretty basic interview. They were just okay, so you're applying for an overnight position. Will that affect your hours at all? Will you be good to do this? And I'm like, yeah. Just want a job, basically. So he's like, all right, well, basically, you already have the job. We need somebody who's dependable and can work nights. And I was like, yeah, that's me. I can do that. So this was for grocery stocking, and I get the job. He's like, well, I don't think they told me right there. I think they said they'll call me. They called me that day or the next day. And the one girl kept saying, she's like, there's also a bakery position and a cashier position if you're interested. I was like, no, I want to start with stock. If I like stock, if I don't like stock, I'll go try those. She's like, alright, that works. So I do that. I do my orientation. I get my uniform. I get my first hours, which is the day right after, which is fucking brutal. So I get to go to sleep early in the day for once. Now I feel like a loser. Then I get back up at 10 at night. Going for my first night at work. Pretty cool. I think it was a Friday. I work a Saturday. It was pretty awesome. I started liking it and stuff like that. And now I'm here 100 and... What am I? Yeah, I've lost 150 pounds. About 150. 150 to 160 pounds. And I couldn't feel any better. I mean, right now I feel like shit because I'm sick and I haven't been working out, but you look at summer me, dude, I was fucking awesome. I love summer me. I was riding bike 2 to 5 hours a day. It was crazy. I loved it. But now, I mean, really, college is a possibility. I'm an assistant manager, so I'm making pretty good money. I'm able to save up quite a bit. There's a girl I like. I'm about to get my license this year. 2014 will be the year I have a license, which is fucking amazing. Yeah, that's basically the story of Frazzleberry, I guess. I mean, there's so many little mini stories that go along with me, and I like to share them all. One day maybe I'll be able to share everything, but that's basically the short story of me. Yeah. So I hope you found this remotely interesting or something slightly. I don't really know. It'll be interesting for me to come back though and see this in 15 years and say oh wow, the fuck was going on with me then? For all we know, I could be dead in 10 years. I could be, completely just void of the internet. I don't want to be near that thing at all. It's interesting to see. I don't think ultimately I'll be that much different. I think, I'll have different responsibilities, but I'm still going to come back to the internet every day and play on it and use it and stuff like that. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to make a sound similar to what I usually do, but it's going to be different. It'll be... And then I'm going to go... Blah, 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 blah. And then I forgot to hit the button, but hey, I'm gonna hit now.